Here are the most recent deaths in the national news, as reported at Legacy.com the third week of April 2024. Legacy.com is where you can find any obituary or publish an obituary in any newspaper in America and beyond. Music producer and songwriter Rico Wade died April 13, 2024, at the age of 52. He helped create hit songs like Waterfalls by TLC and Don't Let Go by En Vogue. Wade is also being remembered for shaping the Dirty South hip-hop sound coming out of Atlanta in the 1990s, working on records by Outkast and Goody Mob. A note to remember, sometimes personal information, such as someone's cause of death, is not announced immediately by their family or the authorities. When a cause of death has not been officially confirmed, we do not report on rumors. Every family has a right to their privacy. Journalist Robert MacNeil died April 12, 2024, at a New York City hospital. He died of natural causes at the age of 93. He was the co-founder and longtime co-anchor of the MacNeil-Lehrer NewsHour, the long-running news program that is still active on PBS nearly 50 years later. MacNeil is being remembered for his serious and no-nonsense approach to the news. Baseball player Ken Holtzman died April 14, 2024, in St. Louis. He died after battling heart issues at the age of 78. He was a pitcher who threw 2 no-hitters with the Chicago Cubs in 1969 and 1971. Holtzman is also being remembered for winning 3 consecutive World Series with the Oakland A's in the 1970s. Baseball manager Whitey Herzog died April 15, 2024, after an illness at the age of 92. He led the St. Louis Cardinals to a World Series victory in 1982, and they made 2 other championship appearances during his time there. Herzog is also being remembered as the former manager of the Kansas City Royals, as well as for his career as a player, scout, and coach. Baseball player Carl Erskine died April 16, 2024, in Anderson, Indiana. He died of pneumonia at the age of 97. He was an all-star pitcher for the Brooklyn and Los Angeles Dodgers, who threw 2 no-hitters and helped his team to victory at the 1955 World Series. He is being remembered as the last surviving member of the Boys of Summer, the celebrated Dodgers teams of the 1940s and 50s. Erskine was a U.S. Navy veteran who served in the 1940s. Filmmaker Eleanor Coppola died April 12, 2024, in Rutherford, California, at the age of 87. She was the wife of filmmaker Francis Ford Coppola and the mother of filmmaker Sofia Coppola. Coppola is being remembered for her award-winning documentary Hearts of Darkness, chronicling the making of her husband's film Apocalypse Now. Fashion designer Roberto Cavalli died April 12, 2024, at his home in Florence, Italy. He died after a period of declining health at the age of 83. He was known for his maximalist designs featuring leather and lots of animal prints. Cavalli is being remembered for creating clothes worn by such celebrities as Beyoncé, Miley Cyrus, and Taylor Swift. Artist and author Faith Ringgold died April 12, 2024, at her home in Englewood, New Jersey, at the age of 93. She was known for her paintings and especially for her art quilts, inspired by the civil rights and women's movements. Ringgold is being remembered for her award-winning children's book, Tar Beach, based on her quilt of the same name. Activist and author Beverly LaHaye died April 14, 2024, in El Cajon, California, at the age of 94. She founded Concerned Women for America, a national organization that opposes the Equal Rights Amendment and abortion rights, among other issues. LaHaye is also being remembered as the author of such books as The Spirit-Controlled Woman and I Am a Woman by God's Design. Cricket player Derek Underwood died April 15, 2024, of complications from dementia at the age of 78. He played for Kent and the England national team in the 1960s through 80s. Underwood is being remembered as Deadly, the nickname fans gave him as one of the country's greatest cricketers. Actor Ron Thompson died April 13, 2024, in Los Angeles at the age of 83. He was best known for playing a dual role as father and son Tony and Pete in Ralph Bakshi's cult classic animated film American Pop. His live-action work was transferred to the animated film via rotoscoping. Thompson is also being remembered for appearing in TV's Baretta and for his stage work. YouTube star Mark Nichols died recently after going missing on March 27, 2024 in Johnson City, Tennessee. He was better known as Hobo Shoestring to his many fans on YouTube, where he documented his life of hopping freight trains. Nichols is being remembered for his stories from decades of riding the rails. Former Senator Bob Graham died April 16, 2024, at a retirement home in Gainesville, Florida. He died after a period of declining health following a stroke at the age of 87. He was Florida's governor in the 1970s and 80s, and he went on to represent the state as a Democrat in the U.S. Senate for 3 terms. Graham is being remembered for his workdays when he spent hundreds of days in his career working alongside his constituents in the jobs they did to better understand them. Reverend Jerry Savelle died April 15, 2024, at the age of 77. He was a televangelist who hosted the popular Jerry Savelle Ministries TV program seen around the world. Savelle is being remembered for advocating the prosperity gospel and writing more than 70 books. Singer Arthur Pooch Tavaras died in April 2024 at the age of 81. He was a founding member of the R&B group Tavaras, known for their 1976 hit Heaven Must Be Missing an Angel. Tavaras is being remembered for singing baritone in the group, also known for their rendition of More Than a Woman for the Saturday Night Fever soundtrack. Musician Dickey Betts died April 18, 2024, of cancer and pulmonary disease at the age of 80. He was a founding member of the Allman Brothers Band, and he wrote and sang their hit song Ramblin' Man. Betts is being remembered as the band's lead guitarist with an unmistakable signature sound, who won a Grammy Award for their instrumental Jessica. Six people were killed on April 13, 2024, in a stabbing attack at a shopping mall in Sydney, Australia. Their names are Yixuan Cheng, Pikria Darchia, Ashley Good, Dawn Singleton, Faraz Tahir, Jade Young. In addition to featuring current deaths in the news, Legacy.com also honors the lives and legacies of notable people who died in the past. Here are some of this week's anniversaries. 9 years ago this week, singer Percy Sledge died at the age of 74. He was best known for his smash hit from 1966, When a Man Loves a Woman. 17 years ago this week, singer Don Ho died at the age of 76. He was a legendary Hawaiian entertainer, known for his signature song, Tiny Bubbles. 25 years ago this week, actress Ellen Corby died at the age of 87. She won 3 Emmy Awards for her performance as Grandma Walton on The Waltons. 34 years ago this week, actress Greta Garbo died at the age of 84. She was a star of Hollywood's silent era and golden age, nominated for 3 Academy Awards. Pro wrestler Rowdy Roddy Piper was born 70 years ago this week. He died in July 2015 at the age of 61. He was a WWE star of the 1980s and 90s who went on to an acting career in movies like They Live. Actor Paul Sorvino was born 85 years ago this week. He died in July 2022 at the age of 83. He had memorable roles in Goodfellas, Law and Order, and many other movies and TV shows. Actor and comedian Dudley Moore was born 89 years ago this week. He died in March 2002 at the age of 66. His hit movies included Bedazzled, 10, and Arthur. Singer and songwriter Loretta Lynn was born 92 years ago this week. She died in October 2022 at the age of 90. She was a country music legend, known for hits like Coal Miner's Daughter, Fist City, and The Pill. Composer and musician Henry Mancini was born 100 years ago this week. He died in June 1994 at the age of 70. He wrote iconic music for such movies and TV shows as Breakfast at Tiffany's, Peter Gunn, and the Pink Panther series. Filmmaker Stanley Donen was born 100 years ago this week. He died in February 2019 at the age of 94. He directed classic movie musicals like Singin' in the Rain, Funny Face, and Damn Yankees. Every week in the United States, flags are lowered to half-staff to honor the lives of Americans whose communities are mourning their loss. Here are the most recent half-staff memorial flag honors. Flags in Florida have been lowered to honor the memory of former Governor Bob Graham. Flags in Alabama have been lowered to honor the memory of Montgomery County Deputy Sheriff Jeremias Young, who died in the line of duty. Flags in Ohio have been lowered to honor the memory of former State Senator C.J. Prentice. Flags in Utah have been lowered to honor the memory of former Salt Lake City Mayor Ted Wilson. Flags in Arizona have been lowered to honor the memory of Army veteran and longtime public servant Paul Babbitt Jr. Flags in Illinois have been lowered to honor the memory of Illinois Department of Corrections Sergeant Andrew Drew Faught. Flags in South Carolina have been lowered to honor the memory of former Representative Van Stephen Steve Moss. Flags in Virginia have been lowered in memory and respect, recalling the 17th anniversary of the Virginia Tech shooting, which took the lives of 32 people. Flags in Missouri have been lowered to honor the memory of Lake Lafayette Police Department Chief Stephen A. Singer. Flags in Tennessee have been lowered to honor the memory of Memphis police officer Joseph Russell Rusty McKinney, who died in the line of duty. Flags in Delaware have been lowered to honor the memory of former Senator Robert Marshall. You can read more about the lives of the people featured in this video on Legacy.com. At Legacy.com, any family can publish an obituary in honor of a loved one's memory, online and in local newspapers everywhere. Just visit Legacy.com and select your local community. You can also follow Legacy.com on Facebook and subscribe to our channel here on YouTube to stay up to date on national news deaths.